Deer Hunters Roundup at the Jancourt Big Woods, and we've got the whole clan here, the 2015 Deer Hunters Roundup with Dennis Anschutz, and we've had a chance to see some really cool stands, the food plots, and some great water nearby the big stand here. But Calvin Richard is our first up. He's going to tell us where and when and how big his first deer was he shot.
I shot my first doe here out of the stand right behind us. And I shot it at 52 yards with a crossbow.
Really? And when was that, this year?
The first opening day of bow hunting.
Okay. I heard you and Dad shot big bucks this year. Where were you when you shot those?
At our house.
Okay, excellent. Well, everyone's going to get a chance. Your first and last name, please. And tell us about your first deer story.
Jack Christensen. I got my first buck right here, 10-pointer, like 120 yards down that path.
120 yards down the path. Excellent.
Morgan Christensen. I got my first doe on the plot down there.
Okay.
And I'm going for the buck tonight.
Tonight's the night. Thank you.
I'm Marina Jinkvar, and I shot my first doe out of the stand that was here before,
Mm-hmm.
and it was pretty close.
Towards the water, or is that before the pond was dug?
Before the pond was dug.
Okay. And you each have 7 deer apiece, is that right?
Yeah.
Who's going to get their 8th first?
I don't know.
I'm Madeline Jeancourt, and I shot my first deer on the open stand by the field.
Okay.
And I think I'm going tonight.
Awesome. Good luck. Good luck.
You.
Hi, I'm Sydney, and I shot my first 8-point buck over in a field over there.
It was an 8-pointer. Did you have that mounted, or is that something that you guys European mount or full shoulder?
I just have the horns.
Awesome. Very cool.
Hi, I'm Maggie Richard, and I shot my first 2 does actually within 5 minutes on the big plot farther that way. Not that one, farther that way.
Okay.
And I got it within 5 minutes. So, yeah.
Very cool. So where was your biggest buck on this property, Scott?
I don't know. I shot a buck out here yet.
We don't get to shoot anymore.
The kids get all the love here.
To be honest, the one I got on Sunday was the first deer I shot in 4 years since the kids started hunting. So, any deer.
Would you tell us a story about the 2 or 3 does that bit the dust the same 25 minutes?
Sure. Madeline and Marina in the youth hunt this year, we're sitting here having an argument about who got to shoot first. And doe walked out and Marina was in the hot seat. So she shot the first one and it piled up right on the trail. And about 15 minutes later, another one came out and was looking at Marina's. And Madeline shot that one and dropped it right on top of Marina's, so 2 of them were in a pile. And then a third one walked out, and Marina shot that one, and it made it about 20 feet, so we had enough. That's our venison for the year.
I was going to say, you're set. Who does the gutting? Are they almost ready for that, or are they doing it already?
Marina fights to get her hands in the deer, and Madeline fights to get away.
And what do you guys, how do you process? I mean, do you do all your own processing?
No, we take them all to Scott's house and skin and quarter them there, usually a bunch of them together, and then bring them to various places for the processing.
So your biggest deer ever was what?
Madeline and I shot it together, tag teamed it a couple years ago. How big was it? 11-pointer?
Very cool.
Jim Hogan, a couple food plots over, I shot an 8-pointer 2 seasons ago.
Are you seeing a lot of deer this year?
No.
Seems to be kind of status quo everywhere. Overall, camp down a little bit?
Overall, camp is down during the season here, yeah. I think deer numbers are pretty good. They're just not moving.
Danny Hansen, and about 3 years ago I shot an 8-pointer down the same logging trail.
But this is the trail then. I mean, this is the go-to. So is this the hot seat everyone wants to sit on this side?
Absolutely.
It sounds like it. How do you decide who gets to sit on this side?
Head of the camp.
There he is, right there. Great. Love to hear about your big story from this camp.
Well, like 3 years ago, was that 3 years ago, Chris? Right on the same fire lane. Opening morning, I'm watching. He says, watch. He says, he'll come out. And first 1 doe, then 2 doe, then it's up to 6, and you have to watch them to make sure, because you want to shoot a buck. Yeah, they don't have horns. Pretty soon I looked, oh, here's another one out there, but his head was down. And just when the sun was coming over the cedar trees, I could see it reflecting off his horns, so I let drive at him, and it was a dandy 8-pointer.
Wow.
Right down the same fire lane.
Chris, it seems like you have quite a few people that enjoy this camp. How many, who's all a part of this camp on a yearly basis?
Everybody that you see here, usually Casey Robach's out here with his boy Porter. My brother Colin for sure is, sometimes with one of his kids. That's it for the most part.
Unbelievable. Any traditions? We heard about the lucky Kit Kat that Calvin does up in the stand. Is there any other rituals or funny stories you have?
Nothing too hard and fast. We usually go to Richard's the day before the season and everyone tells stories and talks smart.
Very cool. So who's the best shooter of the kids? Who do you think, who's the most confident? Can shoot anything, anywhere, anytime. Who feels the most confident? Calvin missed his. All right. Well, thank you guys for having us. Do you have a story, Maggie?
Well, no. I just don't really care if I... Well, I care. It's just I'm not really worried about my shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just more worried about, like, wounding the deer.
Mm-hmm. And which one was the one that likes to gut the deer and which one doesn't?
I like to.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well, if I ever get one, I'll give you a call, okay?
Okay.
You can do mine anytime. Hey, thank you again for having us.
Thank you.